Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. If you watch my channel, you know I have a love for humanity. I think humanity is I'm a part of it. How can I not love humanity? If I don't love humanity, how can I love myself? It goes full circle, and I wanted to do this video as a reminder to everybody, and that these songs are not for it. They're all in their own way speaking against it. You're gonna find some weird, strange songs in this collection, but they're all about nuclear war, about the worst thing that could ever happen to all of humanity. It's the one thing that can wipe out the most people you know, in the in a flash. And so I wanted to go through because I have a drug against war. My drug against war is music, and specifically KMFDM with their drug against war. I hate war. I'm against war. I think wars are stupid. Wars are petty. There's some wars out there, like the two leaders that are creating the wars, they don't even hate each other. They're not creating wars to hate because they hate each other. No, they create the wars so they can call and thin out the herds, and it's their way of playing God with the peasants, and that kind of thing. So what prompted me to think about this, okay, was my latest purchase of 99 Luft balloons. It's a song about nuclear war. And again, these are all warnings. You're going to find even maybe multiple songs on a single album about that. Or like I definitely have multiple songs from the same artist too on different albums. But you'll see as I go along. Well, you have the English version and the German version of the song, so that is always awesome. And of course, when I think of nuclear destruction, the biggest song that I always, if one of the top of the list, and the first one I come up with, I think of is Power Slave. On Power Slave, it's 2 minutes to midnight. 2 minutes to midnight. How could it is a song about nuclear destruction. And let's go back a little ways. Let's go with some Ozzy and his an electric funeral. Electric funeral. That is a song about nuclear destruction. So you see how it is going along, and then he'll have two of them on his solo album of the Ultimate Sin with Thank God for the Bomb and Killer of Giants. Again, two beautiful songs about nuclear destruction and the warning against it, the warning of how evil and just petty that is, that men with power want to create destruction for their own gain, for their own control and manipulation of the populace. I truly believe that is happening. I mean, I hate to say it, but there is a kind of a war going on in the United States and other places, and a silent war. It's not necessarily a silent war, but it's the most subdued war between the people and the government. And you know I see there's a clear line between the people and those who are supposed to be the servants of the people, but they're acting like they're the leaders. They're acting like they own everything and they can do anything, and they're starting to lose. They're going to start losing that power once the people really start realizing what's going on and standing up to it all. But another song that you may not consider, that you may not realize is about nuclear war, is Metallica Blackened, the first song on and Justice for All. Again, with Blackened and then and Justice for All being again you keep an eye open to the courts and how they they can manipulate things. Um, how about what's a good one here? Fight fire with fire. Again, Metallica on Ride the Lightning. Fight fire with fire. Again, that's a song. Come on, it's definitely a song about nuclear war. Or how about like yeah, we're going to go into some heavy metal right now. With Rust in Peace, you have the title track, Rust in Peace, Polaris, another song about nuclear war. How many times am I going to say those words, nuclear war, in this episode? You can count and let me know if you want. It'd be fun to do. Um, I know there's something, Aftershock. Aftershock. Yeah, that's why I picked this one. Because, yeah, spreading the disease, Aftershock, that is a definite song about nuclear war, if I ever heard one. Oh, Skeletons of Society from Slayer on their on their Seasons in the Abyss album. Definitely a song about nuclear destruction. Yes, yes. And although this next one here is not a song, it's not their own song. They do a great cover song of Genesis, Land of Confusion. Definitely a song again about nuclear destruction. And like look at the video with Ronald with the splitting image puppets thing there and with Ronald Reagan having his finger and like trying to call for room service and he presses the wrong button by accident. It's in that Genesis video, but I don't have the Genesis version yet, but I wouldn't mind having that. I have the Disturbed version of that. All right, let's get these out of the way. I still got a little bit more to go. Some surprising ones. You're gonna see there's some surprising ones coming up. And so I got this another German band. Okay, not just Nina, but the Scorpions. The only German band that I have that does I don't have any of their songs in German. I don't think they ever made anything, but they are definitely an awesome German band. Probably my favorite German band in many ways. But I'm talking about Wind of Change. Excuse me, Wind of Change, singular. So that is another. It is an actual song of nuclear destruction. I swear. Now, the band that I have the most songs about nuclear destruction out of all things. Okay, there's two of them on this album alone. We talk about Grace Under Pressure. The first song, Distance Early Warning, and the last song, Between the Wheels. Two songs definitely about nuclear destruction and nuclear war. Again, we're speaking against it. We're not speaking for it. These are warnings that if we don't start loving each other and start, seeing the bigger picture of what's important, that's when I don't know. I can't really think of the words. Okay, what else do I have? From Rush, from Power Windows, there's there's Manhattan Project. Manhattan Project. It's the song that describes the whole part, the building of the bomb, with Oppenheimer, Oppenheimer, and Oppenheimer. I don't know why I kind of fumbled on that, but Oppenheimer, yeah. But that's what that song is about. Also, Heresy from Roll the Bones from Rush. Again, another song about nuclear war. It's. I think that's yeah. That starts side two on the album, or no, the Big Wheel starts side two, I think, and then Heresy is just, yeah. If it was on LP, but yeah, that is a song definitely about nuclear war. Um, Lock and Key off of Hold Your Fire. That is definitely a song about nuclear war or nuclear destruction. Um, which one was I looking at? This one. Wooden Ships. Wooden Ships on the Crosby, Stills, and that. I have it on the greatest hits here. But Wooden Ships, that's a song about nuclear war. listen to it again if you have any doubts about it. Listen to that again, and you'll see it is about that. Um, so long, and thanks for all the fish off of Pussifer. Pussifer. I it's a perfect circle. Yeah, from a perfect circle. Is This is called "Eat the Elephant," and the song, yeah, so long and thanks for all the fish, which is a reference to Douglas Adams and his book The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where just before they destroyed the Earth, they blew up the Earth. All the dolphins floated off into space, and it's like they because they were the supreme beings of Earth, and it's like as they're leaving us, so long and thanks for all the fish. It's hilarious. And how about this one here from Nick Kershaw, which I have on the essential Nick Kershaw? I won't let the sun go down on me. That's a song about nuclear war, nuclear destruction. 100%. Downer. I only have two more after this, okay? But Nirvana on Bleach, the last song, Downer. It's a song about nuclear war and nuclear destruction. I mean, there's so many I could I there's so many I don't have. I probably do have a couple other ones here and there hidden that I in my collection that I'm not aware of. But these were all the ones that I could find in my collection. Now, the last two on two different albums from the same artist is it's not an artist where you would never think this artist wrote a song about nuclear destruction, about nuclear war. Yep. And one of them is a Christmas song. It's a Christmas song. Now you might be thinking, John Lennon, he wrote a song kind of, about Christmas and about war, but it's not that. It's not that. It's weirder than that. And I mean, when I say weird, I mean really weird. Weird Al Yankovic. Weird Al Yankovic. Happy Birthday. Happy Birthday is a song, funny as it seems, about nuclear destruction. Now, another one that was not on that Wikipedia list, okay, but it came to my mind immediately. It's like Christmas at Ground Zero. Christmas at Ground Zero. Okay, I'm leaving this on a lighter note. I wanted to save the best part for last. Yeah, and again, another great song about nuclear destruction. Yeah, but that you can laugh at. You can laugh at and have a little chuckle with, because it's the most devastating thing that could happen to humanity. Is based on greed and men with too much power. But listen to these songs and remind yourself of peace, of trying to broker world peace on the level of humanity, that we need to learn to work together, to get along, to embrace each other and love each other as you would your family member. We're all important, and some of us are just a little bit too prickly, like porcupines. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. This is not too long. I knew I could keep it a little shorter. If you are thinking of subscribing to my channel, please go watch some other videos of mine first. Just watch at least 4 or 5 videos. Go back a little ways, and 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 get my view count up a little bit. That's what I'm really more concerned about. And then I also your happiness. I want you to like my channel and be here because you want to be here, and be prepared for anything. That's the thing about my channel. You can be prepared for anything, but always remember it's always going to be from, like, it may not sound like it sometimes, but it's always from a positive, you know, point of view, regardless, to make a positive difference in the global community. That is the purpose of my channel most of the time, when I'm not talking about music or making it a little bit personal about me. It's always that's the underlining message of all of this, is always peace, love, and joy and happiness. All right, everybody. Hit that like button for sure, though. That helps a lot. And leave me comments. I will do my best to get to your comments whenever humanly possible. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you have for songs about nuclear war. Like there's that song, I forget who sings it now, but we're on the eve of destruction. That kind of song. I wish I had that. There's so many songs I wish I had. All right, then I'm out of here. And so you guys take care. Be safe. I will see you on the flip side. And please have a great day, evening, morning, night, or afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.